Hello, everybody, and welcome to Storm Reads. And today I'm going to be doing a January wrap up. Okay, so for my January wrap up, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all of the books that I read, let you know like the star ratings, like how many of this, and that, or whatever. And then I will show you like what my favorite books were of the month and everything. I'm just going to make this kind of hopefully a really short little wrap up just so you can just see kind of an overview of what I read and everything. So, let's get into it. Okay, so basically you can see all of the books that I read in January. I have my TBR that was on the one side and just my mood reading and other reads over here that I read and stuff. So I managed to read all of my TBR, which was really good because a lot of times I don't stick to TBR, but I made my TBR small, so this time I could read them all. So we have Wood Rose Mountain, Proven Guilty, The Fall of the House of Usher, My Phony Valentine, which was for Sarah from the Bookish Knitters book club. I have Murder on Pleasant Avenue, um, uh, In Myrtle Peril, and then by Elizabeth Seabuns, and then Magic by Angie Sage. On my other reads, where I read a lot of cozy mysteries, I got Stiffing Out Murder by Callie E. Benjamin, and Liars by Fern Michaels. The Whispericks #1, which was the Labyrinth of Lost and Found, I believe is what it's called. I can't really see that down there. Then I have Murder in the Book Lover's Loft by Ellery Adams. The Incident of the Book in the Nighttime by Vicki Delaney. Murder with Puffins by Donna Andrews, which was on my Read It or Kick It to the Curve uh, video that I did. So I got one of those. And then Bruce Wayne, Not So Super, which was a graphic novel. Came a Spider by Michael Hammond. And Misfits #2, which was the Copycat Conundrum. And so, yeah. So, in total, I read 16 books, which was really good because, like, I kept my TBR short so that I could fit in whatever might happen to be on my mind at the time. Some of those were starting a new series like Sniffing Out Murder, or continuing on starting The Whisperwicks is a new series, and then continuing on a couple more here. And Bruce Wayne was a Stuart Gibbs book, and I like to try to keep up with his since I've pretty much caught up on all the books that he's written, so I like to try to keep caught up. Then, I did manage to get two books from my 25 and 25 done, which I'm excited because, I made that video for like basically content by it being something that I could do for Vlogmas and everything, but the likelihoods of me actually reading those books, I wasn't really sure about. They were books I want to read, but you never know. And so the fact that I actually got two of them read was an accomplishment to me. And so, yeah. So, overall, I think I had a very good January. I managed to get 4 5 stars, so that's good. One of them was a reread, and so I knew it was going to be. I have 7 4 stars, and I had 5 3 stars. The spreadsheet that I was trying out for this year doesn't allow for like half stars, so you probably won't see any half stars in my like uh wrap ups. I don't Words are not coming today. But so you won't see them. They'll just be like this, 5 4 3 2 whatever. But some of these books were more on like a 3.5 or something like that, but we're just going to go with it like this for my wrap-ups and everything. Okay, so then I thought I would just briefly mention my favorite books, because these are the books that got 5 stars and everything, just to let you know what my favorites for the month of January were. So I have Woodrose Mountain by Rayanne Thane. This was kind of like a 4.5 to 5 stars. I just went ahead and bumped it to the 5 stars for like, because like I said, there was no half stars on the thing. And like Goodreads don't let you, so it was a 5 star on there. But like for my own personal, it was kind of more like a 4.5, but it's still a favorite. I really enjoyed it. I really like Rayanne Thane. Lately I've been reading quite a few of her books and I've been enjoying them. And this is the Hope's Crossing series, I believe, is number 2 from that, and it's very emotional and everything, because it does feature an accident that happened from the previous book, and kind of the emotional fallout from that, the physical fallout, because like one of the teenagers was really badly injured. There was one fatality, and then the boy who was driving has to deal with that, and the fact that his parents think that they can get him off because like his father is the mayor of the town and everything. And the main female uh, person in here is a physical therapist, and she's helping the young girl who was injured. She didn't really want to, but Brody asked her to, and so it's kind of a, I don't know. I don't really necessarily call it enemies to lovers, more like hate to love, maybe. They definitely don't really like each other at the beginning because they kind of bumped heads a little bit, but they kind of see different sides of each other as they go through this and everything, and it was really good. And then I have my next one here, which is the Vicky Delaney, the incident of the book in the night. It's number, I never can remember. Is it number 10? It's either like 9 or 10 in the Sherlock Holmes bookshop series. I think it's number 10. I think. I think it's number 10. But don't hold me to it. Anyway, this one was just a lot of fun because we've got all the main characters are back in England celebrating Gemma's sister's wedding, and they get involved in some things there. And if you know the crew that went with him, it's kind of funny how they all end up being able to go to the different places where they are. But because there was another book where they were in England before and they had met Pippa and helped out with a case there, she invited them all. So you've got, Gemma and Ryan and Jane and Donald, and Donald is just so much fun because he's like a little bit older character who is like infatuated with Sherlock Holmes, like anything to do with Sherlock Holmes, and he's there, and he is so excited to like go on like these walking tours or whatever of like Sherlock Holmes and stuff, where the ones that are with him, like his friends and everything, aren't really quite wanting to do that, but they kind of like kind of feel obligated to have to do that with him a little bit, so that's always fun. And then, like I mentioned before, there was like a really fun like pub brawl that involved them all, and I mean Donald was there too, and he kind of like saves the day a little bit, and it was just a lot of fun. So this one was just super fun. I love this series, but this one just made me smile. It was just a lot of fun. And then I have Murder on Pleasant Avenue by Victoria Thompson, and it's the 23rd book in the Gaslight series, I believe. And I, ever since I hit at first I gave these probably 4 stars, 4.5 stars, but it was like once I hit about number 15, I think they've all been pretty much about 5 stars through. It's just a really favorite series. It kind of hit its stride for me about there. and I liked the way it went. I was kind of curious about how it was going to go, and I really liked what the author decided to do there. And so I've really enjoyed it ever since. And so we got Sarah and Frank, and of course it's historical, and I can't really talk a whole lot about it because I don't want to spoil like things that happen within the series to the characters and stuff, because like some of the characters start out as something and then they are doing something different now. But this one did involve Gino, which is a friend of Frank's, and he kind of got himself in a little bit of trouble, and so they had to try to help. And I really like all the other characters, the side characters like Maeve, and even Frank's mother and one of their neighbors, and even Sarah's mom and dad are, even though they're really stuffy, kind of aristocratic type, they have their moments where they're quite fun, and especially the mother, when you get her away from the father, she's like fun. They weren't really featured in this one, but just overall, I just really like the characters in the series. And then, of course, Proven Guilty by Jim Butcher, which is number 8, I believe. I'm never good with what number I'm on. It's number 8 in the Dresden File series, and this is a re-listen because I listened to it before, and it amazes me how much I cannot retain of books, because I can reread books and like little highlights I can remember, but it was like, oh yeah, this is where, this happened. And in this one, this is where Molly comes in, and I absolutely love Molly. She is a 17-year-old, and she is kind of coming into like some powers and things, and her mother is not happy. So they were kind of arguing, and she kind of looks up to Dresden a little bit, and she gets Dresden into a little bit of trouble with Charity, who is Molly's mother, and that was pretty comical. But she also gets Dresden into some like not so good trouble either, because uh yeah, because she's kind of new with things. She did some things that she wasn't supposed to, and if Dresden just, has to stand up for her or whatever, it could get Dresden in a lot of trouble too, because well, the White Council don't really care for Dresden much either. And so yeah, so it had a lot of good things going for it. It was like fun. The series is really starting to get into like a whole lot of stuff. We're getting like all the characters now, and it's just gonna start getting better and better from here. And even though I'm still really mad at the author for the latest book in the series, I would really like him to get on the next one so I can see what happened, at least. And everything. But yeah, so these were my top favorites of the month and everything. And so yeah, that's basically what my wrap up is. Hopefully this wasn't too long, because I'm not really paying attention. It's not like whenever I'm on the camera and I can see how much time has gone by. So hopefully it's not too long. So there you have it. This is my wrap up for January. Let me know, what was one of your favorite books that you read in January down in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.